For a section of Zimbabweans, food handouts have become a perennial necessity. Years of successive erratic rainfall have decimated maize yields and weakened self-sufficiency. Yet relief is within reach if these communities are willing to return to their roots.
If we go back to how our parents ate, how we farmed, how we were actually able to source all the traditional foods, it will help definitely get back to where we need to be. No hunger, no obesity, where we need to be as a population.
There's been a shift from traditional foods, labeled a diet for the poor, in favor of refined foods, but the abandoned foods could help ease the plight of the starving.
A lot of the foods, the yams, the sweet potatoes are nutritious, but they're also filling. The proper raw mealie meal, not the refined mealie meal, gives you energy. We all know that. And that's what we need to combat hunger issues. And we can live on a diet like that, where we eat once a day, a nice big meal, and it sustains you throughout the whole day. As soon as we start looking at refining the traditional foods, that's when it gets complicated, because we don't want to refine it, because that takes all the nutrients out. It raises the GI level, which means you burn it quicker, and we don't want that. We want sustained energy.
Things are starting to change, though.
Now, a few years ago, you would have been hard-pressed to find any of these traditional delicacies like dried mopani worms, traditional cowpeas, or millet flour anywhere outside of rural Zimbabwe. However, as society becomes more health conscious and as the prices of other foodstuffs soar due to climate-induced shortages, the big cities have become a thriving market.
They are creating livelihoods and an escape from poverty. The more resilient traditional crops may also be able to beat the unpredictable weather.
Crops over the years adjust to the environment. They're also selected to fit the environment. So traditional crops tend to do better in our local environments. They don't yield as high per unit acre, but when you take the totality of what you can grow on those crops, you can do just as well or even better.
With majority rural populations, African countries are better off intensifying production of traditional crops.
We put a lot of money researching on maize, soybeans, and so on. If we invested as much resources and science and thinking in the traditional crops, we would actually just do as well.
That would help cushion millions from the adverse effects of drought. Farai Mwakutuya, CGTN, Harare, Zimbabwe.